Life is full of obstacles. It's designed to be that way. And if you put enough in certain people's way, they just give up
You too.
and stop trying.
I do not own the rights to this music.
You gotta hold
What's
on.
going on?
Sometimes you make
You know,
plans
what's wrong with a lot of people
and they don't work
is
out.
they are afraid to ask questions
Sometimes
because
you reach for the
when you
sky
start asking questions,
and end up taking a
then
fall.
you have the potential to put people on the spot.
Sometimes you look at your life
And a lot of folk don't want to be put on
and
the spot.
can't make any sense of it.
They just want you to take it at face value,
You can't put the
whatever they
puzzle
say.
together,
You're supposed to believe it. You're supposed to go along with
'cause the
it.
pieces just don't fit.
And
But you
unfortunately,
hold on to
you know, a
hope.
lot of people aren't as honest
Never, never let it
about their intent.
go. Just
A
gotta
lot of people don't know how to be honest,
hold
man.
real tight
That's why you need to ask questions
to that dream
so you can find out and see. And this is what I want people to understand. The one thing deception hates more than anything is somebody asking questions. And y'all don't even ask questions to see if people are irritated.
Can you make
See,
a
because
wish come true?
if somebody's trying to deceive you and you're asking them questions, I'm gonna tell you how you gonna know it's a
Even
they up to
friends
something.
may doubt.
Just forget about it. I mean, they're gonna become so
Things will
irritated
never work out.
they don't even want to be
For
around
times
you
darkest,
because you ask questions.
what comes
Because the majority of the people that go along, you know,
just gotta hold.
they go along to get along. They ain't trying to ask no more questions. They don't. You know what? Here's what it is. Folk. What's going on, gamer? Folk would rather dismiss people, get rid of them as quick as they possibly can, to dismiss them. I see you, gamer. Thank you, man. I appreciate that too. Folk would. Hey, man, did any of your friends see the video about your with Ireland playing? Me playing the Ireland video, the Ireland national anthem in front of like, did you? I bet you ain't even see that, gamer. You come on here talking about what a big fan of you are, mine. I bet you ain't even watch me playing Ireland's national anthem in front of White House. Tell the truth. Have you seen it?
Believe in your dreams
Tell the truth. Have you seen it?
are not in vain.
No, you ain't seen it. Cause if you had seen it, you'd have said something by now. Yeah. See, everybody don't have a friend in DC. Yeah. Everybody don't have a friend in DC, man, that can do that for you. Don't take that for granted. See, ask questions, man. Be curious. Be curious, man. Ask why. Ask why. What have you got to lose for asking why? What's the cause of this? And see, if a person can't explain to you why they doing what they doing, then then you crazy. You're the one at fault if you want to continue to support them and they came and explained to you why they doing what they doing and the reason they're doing what they're doing. Okay? Question, man. And this is the problem. And so many and people are so not used to questioning stuff. Folk just take it. You see, now Brandon, let me show you something. See, we disagree on a lot. But now look at what we do agree on. You see what I'm saying? Now look at what we do agree on. That you should start questioning the stuff that you're facing every day, man. You need to start questioning that. You really do. And this is what people are afraid of. People are afraid to just question, boy. And I'm telling you, the one thing deception does not like is questions. Deception don't like questions. And a lot of folks scared to ask, to find out if, I guess they're afraid to know if they're being deceived or not. But man, if you start asking questions and you're not comfortable with the responses that you're getting, something's wrong. Why are you going to continue to go on with it when you know you can feel something ain't right about this? And I tell you, the majority of the reasons why people still do that, the majority of the reason that people do that is because they're not sure themselves. They're not sure themselves. So, that's why people can make you question. Anytime somebody can make you question who you are, you're not even sure yourself. You don't even believe in yourself. When somebody can make you doubt you, can make you second guess yourself, can have you wondering if you made the right, man, you don't even believe in your own self. And these are the type of people that be looking for validation from other people. You got some folk right now that can only function if they have the validation for some people that don't even give a damn about them. And they'll bend over backwards trying to please these people. And them folk could care less what you do. And you all wrapped up in you can change them. You can fix it. And then when you get burnt out, you don't want to trust nobody. See, because you thought you had the answer. And listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. There are some people you can't save. Let me say that again. There are some people that you can't save. And sometimes it might even be family. Okay? Oh, really? Oh, you the one? Oh, you the one, huh? God sent you, huh? My troll got another, my troll coming back up in here with chosen vessel, boy. I tell you, boy, you created, boy. I ain't lying. And you come back up in here playing with God. But y'all ain't got no respect, man. And come up in here playing with God. Boy, y'all play with God a lot. And think you're getting away with it too. Yeah. I'm telling you. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Ask questions. You're going to have a lot of people that's gonna come to you in the name of Jesus. And a wolf. It don't matter. It don't matter. At least I ain't up in here by myself. You know? At least I ain't up in here by myself. So and you know what? And I'm getting ready to get you up out of here. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get you up out of here. See you later. Bye. Yeah, yeah. Let's see how chosen that vessel is now. Yeah, get you up out of here with that foolishness. And see, this is what y'all got to notice, man. Every time you trying to, you know, share some wisdom and some understanding with people, you ever notice how all of a sudden the trolls attack? You know, when you trying to dispense some good, you ever notice how the trolls attack then? I mean, they show up in numbers, man, to be a distraction. See, and too many people are getting
In spite of anything, everything
distracted by that drama, and by that foolishness, because they're taking it personal. Man, these people don't know who you are on social media. They just know what you present them. And some of y'all get all bent out of shape, man. Cause people got and yeah, sometimes it's gonna get to you. But they don't know who you are. And see, if you a fake person, you eventually fall prey to that criticism. But man, if you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing, even when they knock you down to your knees, you're gonna get back up again, ready to fight. And that's what a lot of people give up too damn easy. They give up too easy, man. You know, I mean, you know. Listen,
they just give up.
I have to believe
Stop trying.
that
You don't want to be one of those people.
something is gonna work out in my favor. I have to believe that because I'm getting favor now. So something got to work out for me
Work out at all.
because I'm getting favor now. You see, I might not be where I want to be, but man, I ain't sleeping in that cold ass car. I don't think y'all understand that. Let me see what you got, man. See what you talking about.
And can't make any sense of it. You can't put the puzzle together. Cause the pieces just don't fit. But you gotta hold on to hope.
I'm waiting for him to load up.
Never, never, never let it go.
Hey, I check him. I check him.
Just gotta hold on real tight, real tight to that dream of yours. Hold on real tight to that dream of yours. Because only by keeping the faith can you make your
Still buffering, man. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see him out on the internet. That's probably what the problem is.
people may laugh, even friends may doubt, and sometimes it seems things will never work out. But it's always darkest just before the light comes, and if you don't quit, you'll
All right. Let me see what I got here. Okay, some stuff came through.
Winners don't quit.
Um,
And quitters don't win.
ain't nothing in there, man.
Like a no,
Ain't nothing in there. Ain't nothing in my email, man.
you can make it a yes.
There's nothing in my email. And the last one I just got was from the with my going live on YouTube. So whatever you sent me hasn't come through. If you sent something, if you sent something, it ain't come through yet. So maybe it's stuck in the mail. Anybody cash at me today? No, somebody cash at me yesterday. No.
To what you feel in your soul. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from reaching your goal. Hold on.
See, we gonna.
Remember that
Don't worry about it, man. One day I'm gonna hook you up, gamer. One day I'm gonna hook you up, boy. Just keep hanging around me. Keep hanging around me, my friend. One day I'm gonna hook you up.
you're gonna reach your mountaintop.
Just keep hanging around, pal.
In spite
It can't stay bad forever.
of nothing happen,
Yeah.
you have the power to rise above it. Tell yourself each and every day you are bigger than anything that could ever happen.
And right now, see, life is so crazy. I don't do pork, man. You know I don't do pork. You know I don't mess with no pork, man.
Everybody dreams.
I don't mess with no pork. Let me see what the hot topics are today.
Sees themselves
Let me see what some hot topics are today.
great.
McCarthy loads ethics panel with election deniers.
Life is
You know what's gonna happen with that?
it's designed
Some of them people gonna end up going to jail.
people's way.
Okay?
They just give up.
Most Republican named to the panel, including its new chair, few lies about the 2020 presidential election and voted to reject the results. Okay? Speaker Kevin McCarthy, Republican California, on Tuesday announced his pick for the new GOP-led House Ethic Committees. Republicans who lied to the public about the results of the 2020 presidential vote and tried to throw the election to its loser, Donald Trump. House Republicans are working to restore integrity, accountability, and transparency to the halls of Congress, said McCarthy, who also tried to subvert the results of that election. See, all of them jokers gonna end up in there and get caught. See, let me tell y'all something. You know, this right versus wrong and wrong versus right is it's gonna flip everything on its head because it's gonna come back to right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay, we gonna get back to that point. And see, they think and all of the plans that they got now, mark my word, all of it is gonna backfire. All of it is gonna backfire. You're right, man. It's the family that we need to restore. If we can restore the family, we can heal the world. Okay. All right, man. See you later, gamer. If we can if we can restore the family right now, we can heal the world overnight because it's the families that's divided. See, that's the problem I have with these Black Lives Matter protesters. Half of them ain't even talking to their own family. And they're gonna come out here and give me this old bullshit line that Black Lives Matter. I don't wanna hear that shit. And you ain't talking to your mama or your daddy, or your sister or your brother, or some other folk in your family. And you out here parading talking about Black Lives Matter. And you got all this hatred for your own family. You got all this division in your own family. And I'm supposed to believe that shit. And you get offended because I don't. You see, oh, now it's not the time for that. It ain't never the time for the truth. Okay? It ain't, man. When has somebody been openly and acceptable to the truth? Never. You don't see that. They hate the truth, man. Because the truth gonna make you accountable. See, the truth gonna take away the blame. And right now, everybody playing the blame game. It's everybody else's fault. It ain't never. It's always somebody else's fault. And man, that's gonna have to stop. It's just gonna have to stop. See, this is gonna boil down to accountability. See, this is what this is boiling down to. People being accountable for their action. People being accountable for the results. Now don't get me wrong. There are some people out here that will flat out screw over you in a heartbeat. Well, see, Porky Raheem. Why don't you start your own sign, brother? Why don't you start your own sign? You see, that's how you do that. I mean, imagine, man, if I got a positive message out here, you got a positive message out, then we start seeing other people popping up with positive messages. That's how you make change, man. That's how you have impact. I can't do it all by myself, brother. And see, y'all want me to do it all by myself. Oh, I got to deal with. Well, why don't you take your idea and make another sign? And then now you got two people out. Well, see, here's an example. Man, why don't you make a sign about uniting the families? What's wrong with that, brother? Why are you scared? Why are you scared to make a sign about uniting families? Why? You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of people come up with ideas for what you want to do. But what about your ideas? See, if a message is near and dear to you, that's what you need to focus on. Well, that's what you need to do, man. You need to get out and start speaking on it, and you never know where it's gonna lead you. And you don't. What's going on, Patty? And you don't know. You don't know where it's gonna lead you, and you don't know who is gonna lead to you. When you start expressing your ideas, man. And this is what's wrong. People are just too afraid to speak up, man. This is the problem. The world is in the condition it's in today because the average person is afraid to speak up. Okay? They're afraid to stand up. Because, and let me tell you what the fear is. The reason most people don't speak up, because they are They think people are gonna laugh
and
at what they're saying. See, the first thing they're gonna do, they're gonna count themselves out before they even open their mouth. You'd be surprised how many people that are complacent because they counted themselves out from the jump. They didn't give themselves a chance. Well, see, if that's what you're worried about, you don't believe in what you're saying. How can somebody discredit you when you believe in you? They can only do that, man, when you don't believe in yourself. When you don't believe in what you're saying. See, because when you believe in what you're saying, why? The question is, why are you afraid? See, that's a question you need to answer. Why are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
can you make your dreams come true?
Only thing, listen to me, y'all. Whenever you stand up and face fear, it's only going to show you what you're made of. Let me say that again. Whenever you stand up and face fear, it's only going to show you what you're made of. That's all that's going to do, man. And unfortunately, most folk are afraid to see what they're made of. That's why they don't mess with fear. That's why fear can make them run in the opposite direction. You want to see what you're made of, man? Just stand up to fear. Laugh at fear. What, you a little fish? Goddamn, get back in the pond. That's how you have to treat fear sometime, man. You a little fish. Get back in the goddamn pond. See, man, you know, what you waiting on, man? What are you waiting on, brother? If now ain't the time, it ain't gonna never be the time. See, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen. This negative narrative is gonna change. And watch. When it's the thing to be positive, everybody and their mama gonna jump on this positive bandwagon. You're gonna have so many people out here that's gonna be pimping positive, trying to make a profit. Because now is the only reason folk ain't as positive as cause it ain't profitable. Wait till it get profitable. Man, the market is gonna be flooded. And see, and let me tell you how you know the difference between a person that's in it for the money and a person that's coming from their heart. See, the person that's in it for the money, they never use themselves as an example. Let me say that to you again so you can pick that little trade up. See, a person that's in something for the money, they always using somebody else's story. They rarely use their own. See, because you'll believe somebody else's story before you will theirs. So that's what they do. They always pepper you with somebody else's story. But that person that's in it from their heart, man, they'll tell you that their life is an open book. Man, they'll guide you. And see, this is the problem. We don't have enough people that are going through some stuff that are actually in real time guiding folks. Man, this is what I'm doing. This is where I am, and this is how I did it. Okay, see, we don't have that. Because a lot of people, see, let me tell you something, man. You will be surprised at the number of people that have found themselves in my position.
Everybody dreams.
And
Everybody at least
and
See
and
themselves accomplishing.
and they are ashamed, man. They are
The
embarrassed
problem is,
that they've been evicted.
life is full of obstacles.
You
It's
know,
designed
they are humiliated because they've been evicted.
certain people's way. They just give
And,
up.
and some of them got a strong message.
You don't know
And
what
because of that embarrassment,
you gotta hold on.
they put their message on the shelf.
Sometimes you make plans
You see? That's what adversity is designed to do for you. To make you feel ashamed. To make you look down on yourself. To make you think you're not worthy. That's what adversity does. And unfortunately, a lot of people believe that. A lot of people fall for that. They don't think they're worthy. They don't think they deserve anything good in their lives. You got a lot of people like that, man. See, so it's just a reality that you got to deal with. And I think the biggest thing that we are not conscious of is what we teaching these young kids. Look at what we teaching them, man. We teaching them you don't really need education no more. If you just want to make some money, you don't need a skill. You don't have to go and have a degree. All you do is go to OnlyFans. You know, and you'd be amazed, man, how many young girls are on OnlyFans because they have shown them with some of these, what do you call them, social media influencers that get on OnlyFans and in a day make $1 million. That's more than you're making a lifetime. And they make it in a day, in a week. They making millions and millions and millions of dollars. And yet that girl that's an honor roll student, ain't trying to be something, trying to do something. She can't even get the time of day. And she doing the right thing. And can't get the time of day. Yeah, a lot of teachers are on OnlyFans, man. A lot of professionals are on OnlyFans. And because you ain't familiar with their body parts, you don't know who they are. But if you saw somebody and you knew their body parts, or you knew you can identify, you say, hey, I know who that is. I done seen that body before. And see, that's what it is. A lot of folks don't even show their face, man. But they up in OnlyFans. I'm telling you. They don't even show their face. And busting their legs wide open, man. That's all they see. I used to date a girl that had one breast removed. That was one of the more interesting relationships that I've ever been involved in, because she had, she had a lot of insecurities, man, about her body and the fact that one of her breasts was missing. And we were talking one day, and she said, you know how I deal with this? She said, let me tell you how I deal with this. Even though I have one breast removed, don't no man come and ask me for no breast. They want some pussy. They ain't worried about no breast. They coming to get some pussy. That's how I deal with it. Okay? And And from a man's point of view, see, if you find a woman that has experienced that and you don't really care nothing about that woman, your dick ain't gonna get hard. I mean, it's just that simple. It's just that simple, man. If you don't care nothing from that girl, your dick ain't gonna get hard. Cause that one breast gonna mess you up. You can't get past that scar. See? You just can't get past it. So you really and seriously, man, when you talk about being intimate with somebody that's done experienced something adverse to their body, man, you got to love that person to get that blood. That from a man's point of view, shoot, to get that blood flowing, buddy, you gonna have to be in love. You gonna have to care something about that woman. Otherwise, you ain't functioning. You ain't gonna be able to get it up. And that's just the truth. That's the reality. See, a lot of people don't want to hear that. But you got women every day, man, that got men that have turned their backs on them because of some kind of surgery. They got some kind of scar on their body now. And that man got a mental block for that. He can't get past that scar. He can't get past what it is to still be intimate and loving and caring to that woman, man. And vice versa. You see, so these are the kind of things, we don't want to openly talk about. There are a lot of people out here dealing with some emotional baggage, man. And sometimes, you just got to talk about it. And I'm telling you, from a man's point of view, boy, you ain't, and imagine, can you imagine the woman that you are intimate with has lost both of her breasts? Think about that, man. And you still got to love that woman. And she done lost both of her breasts. And you know she insecure. And you know she in pain. And you got to do your part as a man to still show her that you are passionate about her, that you care about her. Yeah, and they going bald from chemo, man. You still got to hold that woman, kiss that woman, be passionate with that woman, make love to that woman like she's whole. You still got to do that. And most of them run off, man. Most of them got somebody on the side. You see, and that's just a reality, man. Okay, that's just a reality. You ever thought about these couples, man, that, they go off and get married and then somebody have an accident and they paralyzed now. Now you're responsible for somebody in a wheelchair. And you didn't know that when you was walking down the aisle. You couldn't see that, man, this person is going to end up in a wheelchair. And I still got to love them. You see, I still got to care for them. And they in a wheelchair. And it wasn't like that when we started out. See, now I got this dumped on, and so many people take that for granted that it can't happen to them. And this is what I'm telling you, man, stuff can happen. And what you gonna do? You're running? Or are you gonna honor your vow? What you gonna do? Because you're gonna have to do something. And right now, man, it's a whole lot of people will jump ship on their vows. Let me say that again. It's a whole lot of people that first thing they're gonna do, man, is jump ship on their vow. A vow that they made before God. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, a lot of folks don't want to have to deal with that suffering. A lot of people, man. A lot of people not cut out for that suffering. And even though they might lead that person, they'll feel guilty for a little while, but eventually they're gonna get over that guilt, man. They're gonna go on with their life. And have you ever noticed that yeah, it's not valued. It's not valued. And God can't bless wrong. The Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And he has no sorrow with that. See, so a lot of people don't even, that's the last thing they want to consider is marriage. Because you have too many examples of people who are married that openly commit adultery. Look at this thing with T.J. Holmes and this girl on ABC News, this white girl. They both married. And they openly have an affair. Look at Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, openly had affairs, and they were still married. And that shit is idolized. It's idolized, man. So what do you do? You see, so now, man, you do have some couples that adversity tore them apart. And think about this, man. Think about this for a minute. Think about. Let's say you get in an accident and you become paralyzed. Do you let your spouse go? Listen, let me deal with this by myself. Just go on and live your life. And leave me. Yeah, I mean, think about that for a minute. What if you had to make that choice? Whether to stay or leave. What if you was faced with that choice? Because of some kind of freak accident. And now your significant other is disabled. What would you do? Would you stay and have your little piece on the side? Or would you be faithful? That's a hell of a decision to ask. Because if you can't have sex with your significant other, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And we all know that itch is gonna be there, buddy. It seems like, let me tell you what I noticed, man. Seems like the most shit you go through, the hornier sometimes you can get. When you going through some shit, you don't care about, you just wanna, let me go screw something. just let me screw something, man. And forget about this craziness and and that's how people become addicted. They be running from reality, and they use sex to fill that void because they're running from reality. And then the next thing you know, man, they're addicted. They'll do any and everything for some sex. You got, man, let me tell you, when you got teachers, grown teachers that are sleeping with students and know that shit is wrong. Okay? And know it's wrong. Look at how many teachers, man, that's done messed up their lives sleeping with students, male and female. Cause they couldn't resist a student. And knowing full well they're gonna get caught, cause them kids gonna tell. You know if you do something like that, man, they're gonna tell. And rarely, man, do you find a woman or a man that's sitting and say, hey man, this how I made it. This how I stayed faithful. This you have to know your weaknesses, man. See, a lot of people don't want to be genuine about what they weakness. We all got weaknesses. I don't care who you are. There's something, man, that can punch your button. Something can punch your button. It's something. We all got a weakness, man. And some of them, you'd be surprised at how many men are weak over some pretty feet. You'll be surprised how many men they would dump their whole wallet just to look at a woman with some pretty feet. He ain't got to touch him, just look at him. And he'll go broke. That's his addiction. Pretty feet. You got some men that pretty hands. They're pretty lips, pretty eye. I mean, everybody got something. Everybody got some kind of weakness, man. Look at the guys that are big ass. It's their weakness. That girl don't even have to know how to balance a checkbook. And if she got a big ass, that's his weakness. And she can't even balance a checkbook. And he don't give a shit. Because all he can see is that big old ass bouncing up and down in front of him. You'd be surprised, man. Some of the weaknesses of so many people. And then, and they come out among you acting like they normal. Every day. That's why when they get caught, people be so shocked. Damn, I never knew. They never gave any kind of indication they was like that. This happens every day. Because what's done in the dark is eventually going to come to the light. No, seriously, man. See, we have to, we see, and the same thing, women got weaknesses too. Women got weaknesses. You know how many women want a man with a big chest, got muscles everywhere. You know how many women that just love them a masculine chest. He ain't got to have shit between his legs. Her thing is, man, I just like this chest. You see, you got women out here. You got some women out here. Shit, they want a fat boy. They don't want to worry about no competition. So they go out here and get them a fat boy. Because they know ain't no women going to be beating their dough down trying to get to no fat man. And that's what she going to take. Because she ain't got to worry about no competition. See, Lisa Nicole said, I like their wallet. Most women do. Most women do. And you see, and let me tell you something. The biggest hole in the community is that high value man. Notice I ain't put no color on him. The biggest hole in the community is that high value man. Because that's what every woman wants, is a high value man. A man that's got some deep pockets. No, they ain't gonna fight over no. They ain't gonna fight over no big man. Big man. They ain't gonna fight over him. And you notice is them big guys always got the prettiest women. They always them big guys got some pretty women, buddy. Don't play them short. Don't play them short. They can pull some pretty women. Cause that pretty woman ain't got to worry about another woman trying to beat her down to get that fat ass man. See, well, what he was saying. No, the high value man. No, he exists. That dude that's got the big house, the big car. Every woman wants. See, most women, they ain't trying to hook up with nothing like this right here. See, dude struggling in a hotel, got $1 billion ideas. They ain't trying to hook up with nothing like this. See, they want that man that's got that big car, that big old house, that they can just walk in and put their bags down and set up shop. That's what the average woman want, man. She want to be able to walk into a ready-made situation and put her bags down and make a home. It's just as simple. Now tell me I'm lying, ladies. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. That's what every woman want. Okay, that's what they want, man. They want to be able to set up shop. See, because those are the examples that they see. Man, look at all these reality shows. Well, see, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. If you ain't got no integrity, you gonna cheat. See, if and who he's talking to. See, who Kevin Samuels was talking to were those people that ain't committed no way. Cause see, a high value man ain't committed to nothing but his dick. That's the only thing a high value man is committed to is his dick. He ain't committed to no woman. He's trying to fuck as many women as he can. That's the high value man. High value man is only committed to his dick. And if you think I'm lying, look at Kevin Samuels. When he died, he met a woman on a one-day hookup. He just met her that day. He didn't know her. Okay? He ain't know that woman. How come he ain't died with somebody he knew? He died with a total stranger. Now look at that. He died with a total stranger. Cause that hookup, he thought he just took it for granted. She just another notch on my belt. And it took him out of here. See, so that's the deal with a high value man. High value man, no, he's wanted. A high value man, no, he's in demand. And he can be the biggest asshole walking the face of the earth. You see? But he, some women will put up with that. Unfortunately, there are women out here that will put up with a man being an asshole to enjoy the material things that he has to offer. It's simple as that. It's just that simple. And the reason a high value man is alone, because he struggled with trusting. See, that's what they don't tell you about a high value man. Man, that dude don't trust nobody. That's why he alone. Hard for him to trust. Hard for him to open up his heart. That's why he pretend. See, high value men expect to be able to fuck you on the first date. They expect that. And if they don't get that, you know, they move on. That's what high value men do. They ain't gonna sit and beg you, you know, try to. No, man, you ain't trying to do what he wanna do. He gonna move on to the next. He got a line, man. He got a line. He got people standing in line waiting. And all of them think they got the pussy that's gonna change it. You'll be surprised how many women think they got the poo nanny that's the answer. And they get their feelings hurt. They turn around and get their feelings hurt, man. You know, then they want to run off to a woman. They thought this shit was so good to get you, and when they see it couldn't get, now they want to make you look bad by running off to a woman. Cause they couldn't snag you. And see, and that's supposed to make your shit look weak. Cause wow, she was with True Conductor, and some woman pulled her. See, now everybody, what was she? And he always talking about he got big dick. And that woman and another woman pulled his weight. See, you be so, yeah. What? You know, can you imagine, man? Can you imagine? What? She was with, and a woman pulled, she pulled from True Conductor, and all that be talking he be doing. Uh-uh. He must not be all that. I knew he was talking all that shit. That was just shit he was talking. Look, that woman, another woman, pulled a woman from him. So I know he wasn't all that. What's going on, Queen? Yeah, what's going on? See, and these are the games we play, man. These are the kind of games that we play with each other. See, and I'm gonna tell you something. You know, when you in your 30s and 40s and 50s, man, you got the world by its tail. When you in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. But boy, when you hit your 60s, you start seeing shit differently now. See, when you hit your 60s, it ain't about love no more. It's about what you can tolerate. I'm serious, man, because see, you can see the end now. When you hit your 60s, when you in your 20s, 30s, your 30s, 40s, and 50s, see, you ain't even thinking about the end. The end don't even come into mind until you cross that threshold of 60, buddy. Then you start looking at life a little bit differently. And goddamn, when you hit 70, I ain't got time for no games, man. All this who shot John bullshit and no, baby, I ain't got time for that. No, seriously, man. Love, see, at 60 years old, a lot of shit you can't tolerate. You ain't got the patience you had when you was 30, 40s, and 50s. I'm serious, man. When you cross that 60 threshold, then it's about what you can tolerate now. And if love happens to be in the mix, that's the cherry on top. But it's about what can, because everything you sensitive. and shit get on your nerves. And see, and that's the one thing I can say about my wife, man. I can tolerate my wife getting on my fucking nerves. I can tolerate her ass. You know, it don't make me angry. I'm serious. I'm serious. My wife is 12 years younger than me. She's 12 years younger than me. I can tolerate her, man. My wife can get on my nerves. You know, my wife can irritate the hell out of me. And I'm good with it. And the only thing I ask my wife is, man, when you upset with me, absolutely. Absolutely. The only thing I tell my wife, man, when you upset with me, if you don't think I trust my wife, I ain't seen my wife in 4 years. If you think I didn't trust my wife, I'd be fucking out both legs. I ain't seen her in 4 years. If I ain't trust her, I'd be fucking out both legs, man. If I ain't trust my wife. See, but I ain't trying to bring that energy in between us. See, and this is my superstition. This is my superstition. I go out here and have an affair on my wife. Man, I might not never get my wife in this country. That's how I feel. That's why I don't even entertain another woman. I won't get my wife in the country. That might be the very shit that caused my wife never come to America again because I fucked up. And I gotta live with that shit. I fucked up because I couldn't keep my dick in my pants. And now my wife can't get in the country because spiritually, I done fucked some shit up. I can't live with that, man. Can't live with that. See, so, you know, and I'll tell anybody, shit, let me get debt free. I want to see what some debt free sex feel like with my wife. Why should I get out here and have some debt free sex with somebody I don't even fucking know? Think about that for a minute. Think about that. Why would I go out here and enjoy something before I even enjoy it with my wife? I mean, that's just my thought. That's just my mindset. You know, you have a whole lot of people out here that don't give a damn. But, you know, I do. I do. Okay? And like I told you, man, you see, y'all can laugh if you want to. But it's some people, it's a whole lot of people ain't never had no debt-free sex. What do you mean debt-free? I'm talking about all your needs are met. You can pick up the phone and say, is the plane ready? I'll be there in an hour. See, that's debt-free. You see, when you know, you don't have to worry about no shit. That's debt-free. And most of us have never experienced that. Most of us have never experienced that kind of sex, man, with our intimate other, with our significant other. Debt-free. And most of y'all don't even think you can have that kind of sex. That's the sad part about it. That's why y'all be trying to hook up with all these people with money, because you trying to get up in there and have you some debt-free sex. Because that's what you ain't never had. And that's why when somebody come along that's got the wherewithal, got the money, you trying to get your hooks in them so you can have some debt-free goddamn sex. You don't look at it like that, but that's the name of the game. And that's why you got all these people running and getting into it. I don't know where Lady Truck at. You might have just... She probably on OnlyFans. Lady Truck ain't got time for us. Shit, if she on OnlyFans trying to make her some money, shit, she ain't got time for us, man. That's where her ass is. Shit, she over there on OnlyFans right now. That's what she doing, trying to get some money. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, y'all, listen to me. There are a whole lot of women all over the world on OnlyFans. You would be surprised how some of the women, some of the wives, some of the mothers, some of the politicians that are on, do you think ain't no politicians on OnlyFans? You think ain't no police officers on OnlyFans? I mean, really? You think some of them men and women ain't law enforcement on OnlyFans? Shit, you crazy if you think it ain't. You got some judges and some lawyers on OnlyFans, buddy. And if they ain't participating, they looking. It's just that simple. Yeah, look. Shit. This woman still pretending to be black. Rachel, this girl that was with, what was she over? The NAACP, I think. White girl. Went around here being black. She on OnlyFans. Yeah, NAACP. Imagine that, man. The former president of the NAACP on OnlyFans. Imagine that. The former president of the NAACP has an OnlyFans page. What kind of message is that sending these young girls? Think about that for a minute. Think about that for 1 minute, man. What kind of message is that sending to young girls when the former president of the NAACP is on OnlyFans? See, y'all ain't even thought about it like that. See, you ain't even thought about what kind of message she's sending to the young girls, man. When you had young girls that looked up to her because she was president of the NAACP, and now she's on OnlyFans. Can you imagine the disappointment that she done caused? Can you imagine the hurt she done caused? Okay? Can you imagine? I told y'all, man. See, y'all thought I was playing. I said OnlyFans has made an education obsolete for young women. It has made an education obsolete. Okay? And this is the problem. And see, because our young women don't have that generational money behind them, okay? They ain't got that old money behind them. So they got to start from scratch. You see, you have a lot of people out here, man, that they got money behind them. They can make mistakes and fall back on their money. The average poor person, when they make a mistake, they fall back on jail or homelessness or unemployment. See that's what poor people have to fall back on when they have adversity in their life. Depending upon the cause of that adversity, they're going to either fall back on jail, homelessness, unemployment, all of the above. No, 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 she don't look black, man. You listen to me, y'all. If America ever decided to give black people reparations, you'd be surprised at the number of white people that all of a sudden will come up being black. They've been white all their life. But if America say they gonna give away some reparations, shit, they gonna be black, buddy, to get that money. And fight you tooth and nail, buddy. And fight your ass tooth and nail to get that money. I'm serious. If they gave out reparations right now, all kinds of white people would be in line claiming a black ancestry to get that reparations. They'd be foolish not to. Think about it. They'd be foolish not to. And right now, you see, this is what we don't want to talk about. Man, you got a lot of black folk passing. You got a lot of black folk passing, buddy. A lot of them. Passing for white. A lot of them. And sometimes you only know when they open up their mouth. If you just look at them, you can tell if they was a white person or a black person. And sometimes, only way you know is when they open up their mouth. And sometimes they get so entwined in that white word, they even sound white. I got a friend, man. Um, um, I got a friend on Facebook. Call him White Dog. You know, he plays for fraternity. They call him White Dog up at Howard University. Look just like a white boy. And stone cold black. Look just like a white boy. And he black. You have that, man. You have that. Serious. You have that. See, since this is Black History Month tomorrow, one of the group that we rarely talk about is the mulattoes. We rarely talk about them. Mulattoes carry a lot of clout. They carry a lot of power. They carry a lot of influence in the black community. Pork eating Raheem say, what about White History Month? You don't support that? That is the most stupidest question that I've ever heard. Raheem, they only teach Black history 1 month out of the year. The other 11 months, they're teaching you white history. I couldn't believe you asked me that question. We only get 1 month out of 12. The other 11 months is white history. So they don't need a white history month, my man. They got 11 of them where all they teach is white history. And so many people fall into that White History Month trap and not realizing they got 11 months. That's all they teach is white history. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, we didn't start. We started out with a day. We only got a day. Then we went to a week, and then we went to a month. Well, see, let me show you how powerful. Let me show you how powerful black people are. Let me show you. Yes, it's short as month. Let me show you how powerful black people are. See, the rights that they gave us is the same rights that they use to measure everybody else by. Think about that for a minute. See, all of the other ethnic groups, the immigrants and all of that, their rights mirror our rights. LGBTQ, their rights mirror our rights. See, we are the standard. We are the blueprint. We are the template for everybody else. And most folk don't want to accept that. Most folk don't want to see that. And if you don't think we don't have no influence, look at all these rappers. Look at how all these football teams and entertainment, they're always quoting some of these rappers. They're always talking about their music. That shows you the influence, man. If we didn't have no influence, we wouldn't have no impact. And notice, if you go, the Super Bowl is one of the highest watched programs in the world. Everybody watched the Super Bowl. And if you go back and look at it, if you go back and look at it, the majority of the halftime editions are black. If we go back 10 years for the halftime Super Bowl show, you might find one or two acts. And I don't even watch TV like that. But I can tell you, it ain't but maybe one or two acts that were white. Everybody else was black. Now tell me I'm lying. Well, see, here pork eating Raheem say, nothing wrong with being gay. It's about being happy. That's the biggest lie from the pit of hell. Everything is wrong with being gay. And see, quiet as kept, them gay people ain't as happy as they plan out to be. That's why so many of them committing suicide, because they ain't happy. If all these gay people were happy and in love, why so many of them committing suicide? Pork eating Raheem. Pork eating Raheem. If they so happy, why so many of them committing suicide? Pork eating Raheem. Oh, you never thought about it like that. No shit. But you see, I told y'all, man, they make that lifestyle look glamorous until they get in it. Yeah. Yeah. So if everybody's so happy, why they got so much dysfunction in their community? And see, and here's the problem I have with the LGBTQ community. This is the problem I got with you motherfuckers. And I don't give a fuck if you taping this. Fuck you. Now. And it'll take your money too. And we'll take your money too. And don't come to me with no shit, motherfucker, cause I don't like no shithole. I like poo nanny. So don't come up here and get it twisted. But see, here's the problem I have with you motherfuckers. Every time y'all get ready to re-up, you gotta come over here to the heterosexual pool to re-up your numbers. See, that's the thing about the See, they talking about they was born. Well, if you was born that way, how come you gotta come to the heterosexual pool to re-up? Cause if you didn't come to the heterosexual pool, motherfucker, you wouldn't even exist. That's what you have to come out. You have to influence your members from the heterosexual pool. But you were born gay. And everything God produces after itself. So since you can't produce no gay people yourself, you gotta come over to the heterosexual pool. Damn, truth conductor, I never thought about it like that. That's just the reality. Why you thinking they grooming these kids, man? Why you think that there's an attack for that lifestyle to be forced on the children? Because they got to re-up, man. These old farts, they going to be dead and gone. See, but they got to keep it going. So now it's under attack. You see, they'll tell you that lifestyle is okay. It's okay to be gay. And you busting hell wide open. Yes, that's the gay manifesto, man. And let me tell you something. See, what they want to do is end up with a gay president. That's the agenda. Is to get a gay president in the White House. And if you look at Barack Obama did more for gay people than he did black people. If Obama had a black agenda, Michelle would be a widow right now. If Obama had wow, my troll back, man. Damn, my troll back already. He good. He good. But let me go and let me get him blocked, because I'm having a serious conversation here. Going on blocking. He out. Let him go back and make another profile. But that's the agenda, man. They want to have a gay president. That's the whole flow of the United States right now. Is to get a gay president in the White House. And all shit gon' break loose in this country. You know? See, they don't believe God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. They don't believe that, man. And anybody, see, whether you want to accept this or not, but your butthole wasn't made for sex. Let me say that again. Your butthole was made to be an exit, not an entrance. And people don't think they're causing any difference, any damage by making that an entrance when it was designed to be an exit. That's what your anus is designed to be, is an exit, not an it's not made for something to enter it. Don't function that way. So when you violate that process, see, there are a whole lot of health issues gay men are having that they don't even talk about. Some of them even got to wear diapers. Cause they can't hold their shit in no more. See, we don't talk about that. You think that they ain't suffering from that? Think about it, man. You're misusing what something was designed for. You don't think there's a repercussion to that for that misuse? And it wasn't designed for that. See, there's no way, man, an anus can lubricate itself. But that punani can. That punani can lubricate itself, but that anus can't. I am too, conductor. I ain't think about it like that. And you think you ain't causing no damage? Even if you're using some false lubricant, you're still causing damage. And the only time you're gonna need some lubricant with a woman is when she into her what they call it at? What they call it when y'all be going them hot flashes and shit? Menopause. The only time you're gonna need some lubricant for a woman is she going through menopause. Other than that, man, that punani can lubricate itself. It's designed to do that. Your butt ain't designed to lubricate itself. But if that's your thing, have at it, man. Who am I to talk you against your pleasure? All I can just try to do is just show you. And that's why you find so many black women that are now suffering with AIDS because they done got involved with a man that want to have that jailhouse sex. And all that filth, all that shit is going right into the head of your penis, into your bloodstream. It's getting into your bloodstream, buddy, because if you, and 9 times out of 10, you ain't using no condom, and that shit is getting into your body. To the same shaft you pee out of, it's the same shaft that bacteria gonna find its way back up into your bloodstream. And once it get in there, you don't know what kind of damage it's gonna cause. You don't know what it can, why you think we got the AIDS epidemic, man? From anal sex. And they still want to talk around, we can have safe sex. They still talking safe sex for gay men. If you want to accept it, God bless you. And see, here's the thing. Let me be real clear about this here. I'm against a lifestyle. I'm not against a person. I'm against a lifestyle. That's what I'm against. Cause that's what you promoting, the lifestyle, man. See, you glamorizing this lifestyle to trick these kids to come out here with all these perverted ways. And then they look how many gay young kids, they're killing each other. They're committing suicide because they finding out the truth and they can't take the embarrassment. And they committing suicide, man. And we sit back and act like we don't even see it happening. And then, listen, it is the LGBTQ community that started this because you disagree, that you hate them. Because you disagree. They started that shit, man. That's where that shit started, with them. You know, just because you disagree with their lifestyle, they're the ones that come out, oh, you anti-L, just because you disagree. You now a gay back, you like hater. They started that shit. And everybody else just caught on. And now, if you disagree with anything, you're a hater. Because you disagree. You're now a hater. So, hey, that's the way they do it. What can you say? And you know the sad part about it? A whole lot of y'all agree with me. That's the sad part. But y'all scared to say it. Y'all ain't gonna bit more get up and say what I just said than a man on the moon. But a lot of y'all agree with it. Truth Conductor, I agree with you 100%. But I can't get up and say no shit like that. I ain't got that kind of courage. And that's what's wrong with most folk, man. They ain't got enough courage to stand up for themselves. Forget standing up for somebody else. If people would get the courage to stand up for themselves, man, the world would be a different place. It would be a different place, man. If we could just get on one accord, if we can just start talking to one another, man. Look how we could change the world. Overnight. If we could heal the families, man, we would change this world overnight, just like that. If we could just heal the families, man, we could change this world overnight, just like that. Because it has to start somewhere. And why not start with the family? And that's what, you know, and I'm not proud to say, man, my family is jacked up. That's why I can tell you, my family jacked up. And that's what we got to get back to, man. And unfortunately, you know, some of them gonna get left behind. Some of your own family members, man, gonna get left behind. They gonna look back, just like Lot's wife did. When God got ready to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, he said, if you look back, I'm gonna turn you into a pillar of salt. And Lot's wife, she just had to look back one more time and was turned into a pillar of salt. Because God was destroying Sodom and Gomorrah. And she was not allowed, she wasn't going to be allowed to tell what she saw. She couldn't. Can you imagine, man? You see all of that, hear all of that explosion behind you. And all of that destruction. And you got to keep walking and you can't look back. You can feel it. And you can't look back. You have to keep walking. Imagine how many of y'all would look back one more time. Yeah, how many of y'all would have the discipline to put your head down, man, and keep walking? How many? See, and that's what we got to, that's what we got to deal with. And say what you want, man. But if it's coming down to you living a righteous lifestyle, You can't support same-sex marriage and think God's gonna support that. See, that's the problem. You got so many people that straddle the fence on their same-sex marriage because society, it's okay in society. Society has put a stamp of approval on it. And when you stand up and speak out against it, man, they demonize you. You know, I'm sure somewhere down the line, if I got some kind of success, somebody gonna throw this up in my face. That I'm against same-sex marriage. I am. I don't support it. I believe marriage is between a man and a woman because that's the only thing that can reproduce. I can't eat kingfish no more, man. I'm allergic to fish. It took me this long to figure out I'm allergic to fish. I can't eat it. So, it messes with my gout. and I just, I don't feel like dealing with that. So I don't eat it. Yeah, that was my spot. But hey, I told you, man, there's some things that, and see, there's some people out here that know that their diet is not good for them. And they don't even want to give up their diet, man. They still want to eat all that salt. They still want to eat all that meat. You know, they still want to consume all that healthy lifestyle, unhealthy lifestyle. Yeah, do you know, man? Let me give you an example, cause I'm guilty. You know how unhealthy those oodles of noodles are? You can get like three, 4 packets of the motherfuckers for $1. And look at and packed with sodium. Packed with sodium. Packed with sodium, man. Packed. And people load up on them. Them oodles of noodles. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I many a nights, man, I done cook some oodles of noodles and put some vegetables in them to give them some taste. That's all I had was some oodles of noodles and some frozen vegetables. And that was dinner, man. See, yeah, yeah. But I mean, serious, man. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I've loaded up my grocery cart with udon buying by the cases. See, that's when you know, man, you go in the grocery store and you see people buying oodles or noodles by the cases. All that sodium, boy. Well, okay. So, and then you got these people that's eating all these crazy kind of foods, all these old crazy combos, and Taco Bell and all of this shit, and then they got all these toxins in their body, and then they snap. Okay. Well, look at the girl. I didn't know this until recently that the press secretary of the White House is gay. And her girlfriend is one of the CNN anchors, man. Pretty girl, real pretty girl for CNN. That's her significant other. That's the press secretary for Biden right now. I was like, what? Damn, 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 that pretty what? Shit. Damn, maybe you got me to turn my head. What? What? You gay? I ain't know that. Pretty girl, man. Pretty girl. Man, hold on a second. Let me tell you. Let me tell you her name. Damn, what is her name? I'll tell you in just a second. Anybody know who I'm talking about? Anybody know who I'm talking about? Let's see if I can Google this. Suzanne Manville. Suzanne Manville. Suzanne Manville. Yeah. Is Karen Jean Pierre's partner. That's a partner. Suzanne Manville. You know? And see look at this, man. Look at that. Them two, man. Damn. I was like, damn. Damn. And see, that's another thing, man. You know, look at how many black women that are being forced to turn to their lifestyle for companionship. Cause it's a lot of men out here that somebody that mistreated these women, man. Somebody that abused those women for them to turn to their lifestyle. There's some abuse there. I don't care what you say. Something happened, tragic, to make them go that far, to go off that end. Oh, you starting to think I'm low key what? Man, don't get that shit twisted, man. I told you, dude. A shithole ain't my pleasure palace. I don't know what I got to do to convince you of that, whether it's on a man or a woman. A shithole ain't my pleasure palace, man. Why would I waste some good dick on a shithole? Think about that for a minute. If I'm sitting here bragging about I got some good dick, why would I waste it on a shithole? I mean, think about that. Some good dick. Why won't I waste it for what it's being used for? Because somebody out there is struggling with this, man. See, you ain't nobody out here dealing with that. You think ain't nobody struggling with that. See, there are a lot of people out here struggling with them urges, man. You might even be struggling with them. That's why you're uncomfortable. That's why your ass uncomfortable, because you struggling with the shit. And you want to change the subject, because it's breaking your ass down. That's the problem. See? That's the problem right there. There's too many people struggling with that, man. It's too front and center, bruh. They got that lifestyle too front and center. Well, okay. Porky Raheem, this is what he said. Let me show you what he said. He said, if I was, I wouldn't be ashamed. Okay, so let's just examine that for a minute. If that is a true statement, why do you have so many of them in the closet if they ain't ashamed? Damn, truth conductor. I ain't think about it like that. If you ain't ashamed, goddammit, why you in the closet? If you ain't ashamed, if it's so right, if you was born that way, why you in the closet? Why you gotta hide it? If you was born that way. So you say, why you in the closet? I'll wait. See, ain't nobody got no answer for that. How long I been on here? Oh, people try to take advantage of them. Oh, okay. That's why they in the closet, because people try to take advantage of them. Okay. Wow. Oh well. Hey man, thank y'all for allowing me to be able to come in here and articulate myself. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me. I know that. But one thing I do try to do is say what I mean and mean what I say. That's what I try to do. And, you know, down the road, I know some people are going to try to take some of the statements that I've made and try to use them against me. I know that. I know that. And I'm ready for it. Especially that LGBTQ community. You think if I got some success that they ain't gonna come after me? They coming, buddy. They coming. Because the whole object now is to make me apologize. And I ain't apologizing for shit. It's just that simple. I have no reason. I have just as much right to have my attitude and my mindset against that lifestyle as you have to accept it. And you're going to tell me I'm wrong because I have the right to have my own opinion. But I can't have my own opinion when it comes to you. Man, get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. I have a right to my opinion, just like you have a right to yours. And just because I disagree with your opinion, you gonna paint me wrong? Well. See, think about this for a minute, man. How desperate a woman has to be to know that her man is sleeping with another man. I mean, think about that. How desperate do you have to be? And women know. Women, you think the average woman, if she know her man, she knows if somebody fucking him. She knows. Let me say that again. See, a lot of women claim they didn't know their husband. You lying, goddammit. You lying. You know it. Because he been trying to get you to do some stuff that you didn't feel comfortable doing. And you know. See, you know. And anytime somebody's in that lifestyle, man, they gonna be trying to get whoever they dealing with to do some shit that they enjoy. And it all come back to a lot of y'all don't want to ask no questions. See, when it come to that, a lot of women don't want to ask no questions because they don't want to know. They suspicious, but they just in their heart of hearts don't want to know that another man is fucking the man they sleeping with. That's the ultimate disrespect for any woman. Let me say that again. That's the ultimate disrespect to any woman that another man can be fucking her man. You talking about hurt. Man, you can't even describe the hurt that women feel when they betrayed like that. They are betrayed, man. That scar never heals, buddy. That's a scar that never heals when a woman is betrayed like a man like that. Now tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me I'm like Triple Duck, you lying. They don't really care. Every woman is glad that her man is being fucked by another man. You know, and some women be in such shock, man, that they can't believe that this person they've been has betrayed them in that fashion. That's what hurt most women, man. Most women don't even believe, man, that a man could betray them that way. And that's why they act the way they do. And sometimes that betrayal, man, is what is the tipping point for a lot of good women to just close themselves off from the world because they've been hurt just that bad. And they don't know who to trust. You know? Oh boy, here we go. Another one of my trolls back. Baby, glad I like you, dude. Cause I shall block your ass. Well, you know, here's the crazy part. You act like this can't happen to you. You know, you act like you're immune, man, from something bad happening to you. You know? And this is the part that I don't understand about people, man. You got a lot of folk that making fun of people. Like this shit can't happen to them. Or somebody in their family. You know, you're immune to this. You can't have no adversity in your life. You know, you things can't turn for the worse for you. Come on, man, stop taking stuff for granted. Cause you gonna mess around and shit gonna hit the fan on you. And then you really gonna be screwed. See, cause a lot of people can't take, listen to me, y'all. A lot of people don't know how to take a lot of pressure. A lot of folks snap under pressure, man. Oh, you ain't dumb enough. Oh, okay. All right. Well, man, I'm glad. I'm glad you're not dumb enough. I'm glad. But there's some out here are dumb, and they'll do it. But you got to admit, though, brother do got good taste. You have to admit that, man. Brother do got good taste. Okay, brother do got good taste. So give me credit for that. You know, I did pick a Filipino pearl. I ain't get no. Well. Hey Lou, what have you ran for in your city? You ever ran for office in your city, Lou? Probably not. You ever participated in your city, Lou, for anything? Probably not. Probably not. But yet you won't put me down for trying. I mean, come on, man. You put me down for trying. Okay? You put me down for trying. Why? Why? I mean, think about that for a minute. You know, most folk. See, let me explain something to y'all. Because the average black person don't come from money. The average black person don't have resources to be able to do things. So consequently, we have to piece shit together the best way we know how until we can get to a point where we can make a stepping stone. See, other nationalities and races come out the block with a stepping stone. We got to go find one. See, that's the thing with black folk, boy. They got to go find them a stepping stone, and everybody else done hit theirs and gone. And by the time we get our stepping stone back and step on it, shit, look how far behind we are. Yeah, and then they'll turn around and tell us, pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. And we had to go and find our own stepping stone to get on. And sometimes, that's why people use different illegal shit. See, people use all kind of situations and circumstances as a stepping stone to get started. Because 9 times out of 10, your integrity ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna come out the box with your integrity, and it worked for you. So now you got to decide. You got to compromise. And what are you willing to compromise? I keep telling people, man, I've been in DC since 1975. That's 48 years that I've been here. And you don't think temptation ain't been knocking on my door in them 48 years? You don't think I done had opportunity to do some shit illegal in 48 years? Think about it. I remember one time I was selling some plants. I called myself the plant man. And I was over at about 18th and P. They had a parking lot there, man. And boy, I had them plants spread out, buddy. I had them plants spread out. to sell them. And I had this white dude come over there and telling me all these wild stories about how he was a cocaine dealer. No, I'm talking about house plants. I sold house plants. I called myself the plant man. One summer, that's what I did, man. I sold house plants all over the city. You know, and I had this guy, man, come in and he was just talk. You know, how he was this big cocaine deal and he did all this stuff. I said, man, I ain't interested in that shit. You think for 1 minute, if I didn't want to be tempted to do some dumb shit, I couldn't have done it? You know, the easiest thing in the world to sell in DC is some weed. That's the easiest thing in the world to sell in DC. Anywhere is the easiest thing in the world to do is to sell some weed. And you know, that temptation ain't never crossed my path as bad as I needed money? I mean, think about it, man. I got both of my vehicles repossessed. You think I ain't think about doing some dumb shit to get my trucks back? You know, I mean, I'm knowing I'm facing an eviction. You think some dumb shit didn't come across my mind to try to get some quick money? You know, this how I got this third degree burn on my arm right here. I got a third degree burn on my arm because I was gonna sell my caddy. I was gonna sell my caddy, man. I was gonna sell it, and it ran hot on me, and I had a white shirt on, and that car sat out in front of my house for hours, and I thought it had cooled down, and I went to open up to put some air in it, and poof, it blew up on me, man, and burned the shit out of me right here. Burn me good. But man, in fact, let me see, can I find some? I just saw some photos to show you how bad my arm was burned, man. I was burned bad, man. I was burned bad. I ain't lying. I was burned bad. I sure was. And that's when I went down to they had the mother of all rallies down on the mall for Trump. And that's when I had my DC Black History Night tour signed. And I went down to that rally. But man, I mean, I'm gonna find these. Show y'all how bad my arm was burned, man. I sure was gonna sell it too, boy. I was gonna sell it, man. She was gone. She was gone. And she didn't wanna go. I'm trying to find, y'all give me a second here. I'm trying to find, I just saw these things the other day. And when I went to the doctor, lady told me, she said, man, you lucky that this burn didn't get down to your veins, because you would have had some serious issues if that burn had got down to your veins. And it didn't. Oh boy, I got a lot of pictures of my wife in here, man. Damn. Miss that girl, boy. Sure miss that girl. But if my wife was here, I would have never discovered the truth conductor. If my wife was here, I never would have discovered this brand. Cause I wouldn't have been able to say the things. Cause looking back at it now, she probably would have overstayed her visa. So I couldn't, I wouldn't have been able to bring any attention. I couldn't say nothing because, I couldn't bring no attention to her. And that's how I dealt with it, man. So I sent her back because I thought that if let me do the right thing, send my wife back, and you know, while she's over there doing what she's doing, I could be here doing what I'm doing and go get her. And neither one of us saw the pandemic coming. I know I got this picture in here. I just want to show y'all how bad I messed my arm up, man. That's what I want to show you. Cause I really I got a serious burn, boy. Where you at? Let me see what I got up here. No, it's not a made up story. No, I don't make shit up, man. I don't make shit up. That's not my MO to make shit up. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Man, look how I burned my arm. That's how I burnt. That's how I burnt my arm. That's how my arm was burnt, man. That's how it was burnt. Look. This how I burnt my arm. That's how I burnt my arm right there. Okay. This arm right here. This is the arm right here. This what it looked like right here. All because I tried to. All because I tried to say it. See, look. That's how bad my arm was burnt, man. From trying to sell my cat, it ran hot on me. Ran hot on me, and then I went to the doctor, and they put all this on, you know, and wrapped it up. See, so well, well, and that's when it started healing. That's what it looked like when it started healing. See, and I was down in the Trump rally. I went down to Trump's rally, man. Sure did. Sure did. See, that's when I first burned. That's how I started out, just like that. That's how it started out, man. And it went from that to this. That's how I started peeling, just like that. Just like that. That's how I started peeling. So needless to say, I learned my lesson. You know, I learned my lesson, man. I did. No, my car was mad at me because I was trying to sell it, and she didn't want to be sold. And to this day, I ain't had no problems with ever running hot again. To this day, I ain't never had a problem With my car running hot again. I ain't never had a problem with it running hot. Only time it did that to me. And I tell you how I bought that car. When I was fired from Metro, I didn't even care because I couldn't go to Bible study. I couldn't really go to church like I wanted to. So when they fired me, man, I was like, shoot, man, I'm gonna go in here and serve God. That's what I'm gonna do. I can show enough focus on going to church. And that's what I did. And this guy walked up to me one day and he said, his name was Phil Mathis. He said, Don, he said, I want you, here's the address. Go look at this car. I want to help you get in business. Go look at this car. Because he knew I drove a bus. He said, go look at this car. And let me know what you think about it. I said, okay. Man, I went and looked at that car. It was a 1996 Fleetwood Cadillac. A funeral car with 6 doors on it. Garage kept with 21,000 miles. And I went back to him and I said, Phil, that's a limo. He said, that's all I got, man. He said, but I tell you what I'll do. I'll sell it to you for $5,000 and I'll finance it for you. Now, at that time, I had started, I had a little t-shirt company and I had 2 shirts. 24/7, 365, I live by faith and just pray first. Those were my 2 shirts. And I had $500 in my pocket. When he told me he would finance it, I said, I tell you what, man. I said, I got $500. I'm going to give it to you. I don't know where this money coming from, but I'm going to give you this $500 good faith deposit since you told me you would finance it. And he said, call this guy, tell him I told you to call, and send you the title so you can get your tags, and I'm financing this. And that's what I did, man. And I came home about 2 days later. I came home and there was a check in the mail from the credit union. I used to work for Metro. And I threw the check in the mail. I mean, I threw the letter in the mail because it was from the credit union. I owed them some money. I wasn't interested. They stole my job. So I wasn't really interested in nothing they got to say. And I looked at the letter, Teamsters, a credit union, man, I threw that shit in the trash. And the Spirit of God said, no, you better open that letter up and look at it. And I went back, I got the letter out of the trash, opened it up. It was a check in there for $3,700. And it was a class action lawsuit that I ain't know nothing about, but I was a party of the lawsuit. And it's one of them checks where if you sign it, that's all you get. And man, I signed that check and went cashed it and got my tags and my insurance for my limo. And I ain't looked back. That's when I started Capital Buddy Limo. And I didn't look back. I sure did. That's how I got started in business, man. I was in church serving. And the guy came and said, man, I like you. I want to help you get in business. And that's how it happened. You see, and then from Capital Buddy Limo, I went to Capital Buddy Tours. And from Capital Buddy Tours, I went to Troop Conductor. See, so not only do I have my tour company, but I now got a brand that does the tour. Troop Conductor, I do Black History Tours. See, I'm not just Don. I'm the Troop Conductor. I do Black History Tours. I developed a brand because people used to tell me I look like a conductor. That's what people used to always say. Man, I walk around and they say, man, you look like a conductor. I see you on the Underground Railroad because I was doing Black History. And that was an excuse for me to give them a business card. See, when they told me I looked like a conductor. And in 2020, man, January 1st, 2020, I was really missing my wife, man. I was really missing my wife, and when we first got married, I had a little situation that caused us to be homeless. We used to sit in Fort DuPont Park was our living room. Walmart parking lot was our bedroom, and McDonald's was our kitchen. Man, I at that time, I was driving. I had a white van that I was using from another tour company, and we used to sleep in that van. We slept in there for about 2-3 days, and then I was able. A friend of mine said, "Look, man, I got another friend that's a manager out in a hotel near Annapolis. And I can get you, they give you a manager special if you go out to that hotel." And you know how it show you how God works. The manager of the hotel that we was going out was from the Philippines. Was from the Philippines. And we stayed out there. And at the time, man, a friend of mine had asked me to take his dad to church on Sundays. Go pick his dad up, take him down to Shiloh Baptist Church, and come back and get him. And even when I was homeless, I never missed a day taking that man to church. Man, I would take my wife because everybody knew me at the Hyatt Regency on New Jersey Avenue. That's where I sat and did most of my work. Okay? Yeah, it lot to do in D.C. And when I had to go, I would take my wife in there and say, "Baby, look, go." You know, I told him, I said, "Man, this is my wife." Okay, they knew me from sitting out there hustling in front of the hotel. So now, when I tell you this is my wife, let her sit here. They didn't have a problem with that. And I would take my wife to the hotel, let her go in there, use the bathroom, and whatever she had to do, and she would wait for me while I went and took that man to church, and then I would come back to the hotel, and made sure, and I'd be sitting out there, she'd be sitting inside on her phone or on her computer, and I would be outside hustling, man, taking people to the airport, trying to get some money so we could get a hotel room. We can pay for the hotel room. And that's how I got started, man. That's how I got started. You see, so when people come and say there is no God, I can say, man, there is a God, because I've seen him work. I've seen his favor. So one day, January 1st, 2020, the pandemic is starting, and I really miss my wife, man. I'm missing my wife. And I went to Fort DuPont Park, where we used to sit and just talk. We would go sit in Fort DuPont Park and just talk, man. Because I tried to tell my wife, I said, "Baby, please," I said, "go back. I don't want you to have to go through this. Please just go home." Girl say, boy, you my husband. Where you go, I go. I ain't never had a woman tell me that. I ain't never had a woman tell me that. And I begged and pleaded, please, go back home. And she said, no, man, you my husband. Where you go, I go. And I had to get out here and hustle, buddy. I had to get out here and hustle. You got somebody with that kind of attitude in your corner, you got to get out here and hustle. Okay? Got to get out here and hustle. And let me tell you something. When I took my, because we looking, man, we looking. We got married the 29th of March in 2019. We got married the 29th of March, 2019. In June, matter of fact, June the 14th, 2019, I took my wife back to the airport to go back to the Philippines. When I took my wife to the airport, go back, we didn't know the pandemic was coming. My wife told me one thing. She said, baby, make me proud. That's just what my wife told me when I took her to the airport, June the 14th, 2019. She said, baby, just make me proud. I said, you got it, girl. Say no more. And that's what I've been out here trying to do, man. Make my wife proud. That's what I've been trying to do. And people call me a clout chaser. Because I've been trying to make my wife proud, man. Like getting some of my ideas to work. And I'm a clout chaser. See, when people don't know your story, man, you know, they have a different outlook. Now, see, right now, my wife is mad. My wife is mad. My wife angry with me. My wife is angry because she told me before she left, why don't you give her them Black History tours? They ain't working for you. She said, honey, they ain't working. Give them up. And I refuse. I refuse to give up my Black History tours. And as a result, my wife want to be here with me. You know, she want to be here with me, and she can't be, because I don't want to let go of my Black History tours. And she's upset. But see, the reason I'm not really concerned about that is because I know God has given me the ability to be able to change my wife's mind, even if she's upset right now. Shit, let me go up there and debt free, or her whole tune to change. I ain't worried about that. But shit, I come up here, baby, I made it. I made it. You think she gonna still be mad? Oh, hell no. Hell no. When I can call her and say, girl, look, I'm sending you a plane. Meet me in Tahiti. Meet me in Tahiti. Goddamn. That's where we gonna go. Oh, no, man. See, that's one of the things that my wife did. She groomed me. I ain't had to worry about my nails. None of that. Oh, you see all this hair and shit growing out. Man, my wife around, man, my wife had me groomed, boy. You'd be looking, say, God damn, True Conductor, you look sharp. Nails done. I ain't had no problems, man. See, but again, I would never have been able to discover the truth conductor if my wife was here. Because I would have had to been crazy. I would have had to been quiet. Okay? Okay? So that's why, and on top of the fact that while she haven't been here, see, especially in D.C., they've had this anti-Asian movement where they're attacking Asian looking people for no reason at all. You see, and if I get any kind of success, they gonna know who my wife is and know she's off limits. Cause I'm helping everybody. I wanna be like Marion Barry. I don't ever wanna have to have no security. That's how I wanna live in the city, man. I wanna be able to go anywhere I can go because I don't need no security. Because the people gonna take care of me. Because I take care of the people. That's how I plan to live. Give me some money, man, I'm gonna take care of the people. Because I ain't gonna need no security. Because they know I ain't gonna take no shit. See, and you can talk shit when you got money. See, imagine, man, you ride into a neighborhood and you see a bunch of dudes standing on the corner. Motherfucker, I give every one of y'all, clean this goddamn place up. And you do your job, every one of y'all got $400 a piece, motherfucker. I'll be back in 5 hours. I want to see this shit clean. Clean this goddamn community up. You think that shit ain't gonna work? You know? You think it ain't gonna work? See, we have too many people with money that really don't know how to use their money. And see, unfortunately, this group that we dealing with now, you motivate them with cash. See, these young people that we dealing with now, this is what motivate them, money. They want money. And unfortunately, you ain't got nobody with money that know how to motivate them, know how to get shit done. Shit, give me 50 brooms and 50 pair of Jordans. I can walk in any community and get that motherfucker clean. Any community, I can walk in with them 50 brooms. Motherfucker, you want some Jordans? Here, goddamn broom. Get to work. Shit, you think I ain't gonna get the community cleaned up? And what it costs me. And now, you got people out here ain't trying to break and steal and rob. See, that's what we gonna have to address. All of these young kids out here that's doing this dumb shit, carjacking, stealing cars, stealing tires, stealing those catalytic converters. See, I say this, and people want to accuse me, but see, in the black community, you can't have nothing new in peace. That's just a reality. Anytime somebody in the black community buys something new, it's just a matter of time before it's even broken into or stolen. That's just a reality. That's how our community operates. And we accept it. We good with it. See, but it shouldn't be that way. It don't have to be that way. But we allow it. And that's what we need to change. So I'm just saying, hey man, try to reach him. try to reach them with what they want, money. And a lot of people think we shouldn't even use money, man, to try to get these kids out here to do good when they making so much money doing bad, and we ain't trying to negate it. See? See? Shit. You better not go buy stuff and be throwing all kind of boxes outside your house. Shit. It's just a matter of time, man, for somebody breaking in and trying to steal your shit. In the black community. Because you got new TVs and shit. They'll come in and wipe your ass out. See, I've been telling folk, but they laughed at me when I said there's a serious underground economy in the black community. There's a serious underground economy in the black community. That's what's an underground economy, true conductor? It's off the books. That's what an underground economy is money off the books. All the hot shit, all of the stuff they boosting, where you think that money, that's money off the books. These motherfucking kids that you see running in here, stealing all this shit, they selling it. There's a market for that. And that's money off the books. That's all it is. An underground economy is just money that's off the books. See, you can't account for that wealth. You can't even show that wealth because you're getting it illegally. And we got a strong underground economy where you can sell some hot shit. You can sell some hot shit in the black community, buddy, just like that. Just like that. It's gone. Because all they wanted is at a cheaper price. They want this stuff. They want it at a cheaper price. So to go just like that. I'm telling you, it's gone, man. I learned this when I first started vending. And this dude showed me, he said, man, come here, let me show you something. He said, people always want hot stuff. He took me up in Baltimore, showed me to this Jewish guy that was selling clothes. He sold jeans, polos, all that kind of shit, right? He said, go up in there and get you about $300-400 worth of jeans and throw them in your trunk. And go downtown and just pop your trunk open. He said, you're going to sell out because everybody think your shit going to be hot. Everybody think it's going to be hot because you're selling it out your trunk. And I would sell out. Go back and get some more, come back, and I would sell out because people thought the shit was hot. and I was going to the wholesaler, man, and just throwing the shit in my trunk. Cause that's what you're gonna do. When you steal some shit, man, you just throw your shit in the trunk. When you done stole some shit, you just throw it in the trunk. And some of them cats, man, they had their trunks so organized. They had compartments for shit. You know, I mean, I'm serious. They had different compartments. Wherever you want, they had a goddamn compartment for whatever you wanted, buddy, in their trunk. That shit was organized too, buddy. Just like a damn stove. That's how them old cats used to hustle, man. See, these young boys out here doing dumb shit to make some money. But if you ain't, and you'll notice, man, you'll notice now, depending upon what kind of protests in D.C. is going on, shit, somebody gonna be out there with their merchandise selling it. Some old dude gonna be out there with some t-shirts, some hats, whatever that protest represent, man, they got something to sell them. And see, and by me being a street vendor in the nation's capital, shit, you ain't coming up in here talking about you gonna protest, and I'm not gonna get some of your. I'm gonna get some of your money some kind of way, whether it's be selling you some ice cold water, t-shirts, hats, umbrellas. I'm gonna sell your ass some. You ain't coming up in here, and I ain't getting none of your money. That was my attitude, man. When I was a street vendor, I ain't give a fuck who was protesting. You ain't coming up in D.C., and I ain't trying to get some of your money. Oh, and you bringing money to me? Oh, man, let me get some of this. I ain't got to go looking for it. Shit, all I got to do is get in and supply your need. That's all I got to do. And that's what I would do, man. I would figure, see, let me show you something. What I learned real early was that mall down there around the monument, shit, you'll bake your ass off. You come down there and protest, and you gonna stand around that monument? Ain't no shade down that motherfucker. No shade. And one day, I just went and bought a case of jumbo umbrellas. I was just playing around and bought a case of jumbo umbrellas and went down. I mean, that sun was motherfucking bacon. Shit. I sold them umbrellas just like, what? Shoot. I took that money, man, and I went and asked the man, I said, man, give me some credit. I want 10 cases of umbrellas. Give me some credit, and I'll be back. And he gave it to me. Shit. I sold them 10 dozen, because them people was using that umbrellas in the middle of the sun. Who would ever think selling umbrellas in the sun to keep people from baking their ass off? Because umbrellas are for rain. And I figured out they was baking their ass off, and they needed something to block that sun. And I went and got jumbo umbrellas. That's how I made my money. See, shit like that, man, I would be waiting for them to come up, because I'm going to get down there where y'all ain't got no shade. See, that's who I want. I want to cry. And I walk through umbrellas, I ain't got to argue with you. Shit, I got to like, what? I want one. Here, give me two. I want one. That's how they was acting. And some of them said, God damn, I never would have thought umbrellas, you could sell umbrellas in the sun. See, nobody ever thought, they thought umbrellas was for the rain. But umbrellas are for the damn sun when you can't find no shade. You ain't got no shade around you, your ass want an umbrella because you ain't trying to bake. Shit, that sun will beat your ass down, buddy. You stand out in that sun will beat your ass down, buddy. You be looking for some shade. And that's what I would do. That's how I deal with it. I be looking for needs, man. See, they come to town, you need water. You gonna need lots of water. That's what I get. That's what I get. Whatever the need gonna be, man, that's what I'm gonna be trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out what your need is. And I won't jump all on it. You know, and that's a, you know, like when Obama, man, the first time Obama was put as president, man, it was cold as shit in D.C. It was cold as shit. That first Obama inauguration. I'm talking about in the teens, buddy. It was cold. And the thing to sell then was the hand and foot warmers. And see, when Trump was inaugurated as a president of the United States, they had about a 10-block radius around the Capitol. And some streets, like New York Avenue, Massachusetts Avenue, 8th Street, traffic was still flowing. When Obama was inaugurated, they had like a 25 block radius around the Capitol. And if you wasn't in that 25 block radius, when the sun came up, your ass wasn't getting in there. It was just that simple, buddy. If you wasn't in there before the sun came up, your ass was short. You gonna have to wait till the inauguration. And I mean, they had police all the way around, buddy, and you wasn't getting in. That was just the way it was. And they had people everywhere. 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 Yes, they had. And this is what I be trying to tell people. You know, a lot of folk be sitting around scheming, trying to come up with ideas to deceitfully get some money. Man, how many honest ways can you make a living? And you ain't got to be looking over your shoulder. See, when you doing something illegal, damn, you looking over your shoulder, man. You got to cover your tracks. And while you looking back, covering your tracks, you ain't paying attention to where you're going. You can't do both. You can't cover your tracks and know where you're going at the same time. You're gonna have to sacrifice one or the other. And most of the time, you're gonna sacrifice where you're going. That's why some dumb shit always trip people, because they ain't paying attention to what they're going, because they got to focus too much on what's behind them. And some dumb shit catch them, because they missed it. And that's why, and if you're walking in your integrity, you ain't got to be worried about what's behind you. You can pay attention to what's in front of you, because it's what's in front of you when you're walking in your integrity. It ain't what's behind you that's going to hurt you. It's what's in front of you that's the danger. And that's what you got to be paying attention to. When you're walking in your integrity, what's in front of you? Because if you see some danger, you ain't going to walk into danger. If you see it, the only way you walk into danger if you don't know it's there. And 9 times out of 10, the people that don't know the danger is there is the ones looking over their shoulder, trying to cover their tracks. And they stumble and fall. It's just that simple, man. See, so, hey, you know, those are the things that I've seen in the 48 years I've been here. You know, and I just been trying to, man, be a positive example. Trying to do it the right way, man. Trying to walk in my integrity. Trying to be, you know, an inspiration. I'm a role model. To say, man, you can do it the right way. I started as a street vendor in Washington, D.C., fighting the corruption in the police department. And now I got my own tour company. I mean, as simple as that. No, why should I? Hell no, I ain't moving to no new city. Shit, no. I'm dying right here. I'm gonna die in D.C. You know, see, it's some people want me to drop my tours. They want me to drop my tours, man. So they can walk right in, rename the shit, and pick up doing just what I done showed them how to do it. I know some people want me to quit. So they can walk in and just pick my shit up. That's why I don't let go, because I know there are people that want me to let it go so they can walk in and pick it up. And see, while I'm struggling, I ain't got no money. They got the money. See, they can advertise. They can do all that shit. I can't get money to advertise, but they got money to advertise. See, isn't it amazing? People want you to be able to advertise your business and do all these other things, but you ain't booking no tours. And they still think you're supposed to be out here to be able to operate like these other businesses that are making money. And most of the time, we just trying to get by, man. We trying to make ends meet until we can get the money flowing. Most black businesses, man, they just trying to keep their head above water. And quiet as kept, with all this anti-black history, with all this anti-blackness that's going on, most folk really don't want to help a black business succeed. Because that's against the narrative now. See, people think that if they help a black person succeed, that person is getting something for nothing. Because that's just a narrative now. And subconsciously, I mean, think about it. The average person that look at a black business person is going to have some kind of ill, they don't even know the person, and they'll have some kind of ill feeling about it. You know how many people walk by me and see my bucket and have some ill feel, and I'm sitting out there doing good, but because I'm black, they have an ill feeling about it. They can't support it because they helping a black person, and that black person just happen to have the answer, and they don't care. They don't care that I have the answer, but they just can't see me helping to advance me. They can't see helping me help somebody else. And see, if you're doing positive and people supporting positive, why would you turn around and do something negative to stop it? If you get people to start supporting your positive, you want to keep doing positive. Because if your ideas ain't growing, they dead. And believe it or not, there's something behind stop hating each other because you disagree. That's even bigger. That's even bigger. That's stop hating each other because you disagree is just a door. That's just a door, man. There's something behind that door. There's a lot more behind that door. And that's what I'm trying to discover. And I can't discover that being negative. In order for me to discover what's behind stop hating each other because you disagree, I got to stay positive. And a lot of people don't even realize that. Because so many people come out and do it wrong and cheat and succeed. They think you're going to do the same thing. And you're the exact opposite. And however, people have a hard time believing the truth. People they really do, man. They have a hard time accepting something that's true. They see something true, they wondering what is he up to? Why is he not ashamed that he was evicted? How come he ain't showing no? How come he ain't holding his head down? Because he was evicted. You'd be surprised, man. And how many people right now? Well, see, I'm glad you said that. Pam said, people can't face the truth. Sometimes people want to live in their imagination. See, when you live in your imagination, you always marinating in shit. You got all these scenarios that when you get a chance to finally address this issue, you work through all these damn scenarios in your mind, and that shit just in your head. Because you never get a chance to interact it in real time. You just keep presenting all these different scenarios. I see that motherfucker this time. I'm gonna say this. Just wait. You see, and you be talking to yourself. Shit, I should have done this. Next time I see your ass, this what I'm gonna tell you, motherfucker. This how you talking to yourself. And that shit don't never materialize. You know, and you keep bouncing it over and over again. Every kind of way you can do it, you see it in your mind, but that shit never get out of your head. And then people say, "Oh, look at that crazy motherfucker running there talking to himself," because it don't get out of your head. See, that's why I keep telling you, you don't take stuff personal. Because when you start taking it personal, that's when it get into your imagination and you start dealing with all these different scenarios. You know, when you finally meet it face to face. And notice that you never meet it face to face. But boy, in your mind, you got all these scenarios. How you gonna deal with this shit when you come face to face with it? You know, you ever had a person really screw over you, one of your friends? And you know how many scenarios don't even talk about that. What about a relationship that didn't go the way you thought it was gonna go and you got hurt? You ever realize how many scenarios you run through your mind when you dealing with that hurt person? That if you ever, and especially if that person don't want to have nothing to do with you no more, don't want to talk to you no more. Goddamn, you got all kinds of scenarios running through your head. If you ever come face to face with them, this is the shit, this is the peace of mind I'm gonna give your ass. You don't want to talk to me. See, when I see you again, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say this. All kinds of scenarios. And that person don't bit more give a shit about what's going on with you than man on the moon. You ever notice that? The one that dump you don't really give a shit about you. They go on with their life. And you be the one stuck. you be the one stuck in your emotions. And they going on about their business. And you still grieving. And some of y'all right now still grieving over somebody that don't give a shit about you. Could care less what you dealing with. But you all in love. You all in your feelings. And they care, they don't give a shit about you. And you stuck. You won't even trust nobody. You ain't gonna give nobody else a chance. Because you gave a joker a chance. And you saw the warning sign and didn't even pay them attention. See, that's the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people see the warning signs, man, and ignore them. Think they ain't true. Think they can change this person. It can't happen to them. They ain't gonna do me like that. See, I ain't got the word. They ain't gonna do me like that. They ain't gonna treat me like that. And you're lying to yourself. Okay? Yeah. And see, and believe it or not, let me tell you something. See, this why you have to be careful who you're intimate with. Because you got a lot of people out here, man, that are experts at addicting people to sex. Let me say that shit again. See, you got some people out here, experts at addicting people to sex. I'm serious, man. You got some experts. And see, and you got some men that are so insecure and so jealous, they get a good piece of pussy, shit, they lose their fucking mind. If they can't have it, can't nobody have it. It's some men out here just like that now. Get them some good pussy, them motherfuckers will be on your doorstep every waking hour of the day. You can't move without them wondering what you doing, where you going. Cause you done gave them some pussy they couldn't handle. Now, oh, true conductor. Well, what is some pussy a man can't handle? I know somebody asking that question. What is some pussy a man can't handle, true conductor? That snapper drive him crazy. You catch a woman that know how to do this here with her vagina? Shit. 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 She ain't gonna never have no problem with a man. Matter of fact, she probably get a man that wanna kill her. Tell me I'm lying. Ladies, if I got a lady out there that ain't scared, say, true conductor, you ain't lying. If there's one out there ain't scared, say, true conductor, you ain't lying. That's the weakness of every man. See, most women don't even know that. The weakness of every man is this right here, buddy. If a woman is good with this right here, shit, she ain't got no problem with no men. Why you think all these guys running over to Thailand? Why you think all these American men running over to Thailand? Right here. That's why they in Thailand right now. You don't believe? Ask them. That's what they known for. Thank you, the passport bros. Why you think they over there in Thailand and the Philippines? Why you think they visiting all these Asian countries? This right here. See, black women think they have to look pretty with a big ass and they just lay in the bed. See, they ignore this right here. See, the average black woman gonna ignore this. She gonna ignore this because she think all she got to do is have a big ass and look pretty. And that's gonna be the trick. And this the shit that drive a motherfucker crazy. That's the shit drive a man crazy. And if any man was up here worth his salt would tell you, damn, true conductor, that's how, where you think pussy whip come from? Think about that for a minute. You know, when you talk about a man as pussy whip, what does that mean? This. That's what pussy whipping. And any woman that can master that, shit, she ain't got no problem with no man. Ain't gonna never have no problem with no man. And you know what? A lot of men that she been with, they still friends. Believe it or not. A sister that really grounded, she break up with a man, ain't no hostility and anger there. Shit, they still care about that girl. They just know they can't have her. They still love her. They just know they can't have her. And if she had a need, they take care of it too. Because that's how much respect they got for her. See, y'all don't believe shit like that happens. That's the sad part. See, y'all don't believe shit like that happen. Because you're so used to people breaking up and hating each other and not speaking to each other. But there's some women so grounded in their shit. They got some men, them men get along. And all that fate, all that, they ain't got that, they don't go with that shit. Because they grounded. I got a sister up in here. Let me see what her name is. Hey, Queensland, B1. Am I lying? Am I lying, B1? B1, am I lying? You can put me on the spot. See, see, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. See, this is what American women see. You got countries where women have to share a man. You got countries where women have to share a man. Can you imagine if you lived in a country where men can have more than one wife and y'all got to get along? See, we don't have that scenario in America. But there are many countries in the world where men have more than one wife. How do they get along? You see? And what kind of mindset that woman got to be in? Yeah, a bunch of sister wives. A bunch of them. And they get along. And they get along. And to have that kind of mindset, man, you really got to be grounded. You know, where you willing to share your man with another woman. And y'all can cook together, talk together, shop together, but y'all share the man. That's a serious mindset you gotta be in, man. Everybody can't function in that mindset. Raise your kids together. Everybody can't be in that mindset, man. Everybody, see, that's a community. That's what they call a commune. See, and probably the kids are homeschooled. So they coming in different. And usually when you find those kind of scenarios, a lot of those kids are homeschooled. That's how prepared these families are. Yeah, it takes a village. But we don't see that, man. Everybody's out for themselves. Everybody out for themselves. And see, and this is the problem, because the average black man got to get his street creds by going to jail. See, most of them got their priorities twisted because they think they got to go in jail and be a slave to come out with some respect. And that's what happens. You know, they wear that jail with pride. You know how many black men go to jail and they come out, man, I just got out. They say it with pride. Man, I just got out. That's what, that used to kill me. I mean, it used to burn me up. It used to piss me off. It would really piss me off when I was a bus driver and I pull up to the bus stop and a guy get up with a wristband on. With pride. Man, I just got out. Can I get a ride? He proud of that. I just got out, man. They proud of it. You know? They be proud of it. But they ain't proud that they say, I just graduated. They ain't proud to say, man, I'm going to school, I got a trade. But they proud that they just got out of jail, man. And see, the average black man is going to convert to Islam in jail for security. Because you can't violate no Muslims in jail and not receive any retaliation. That's why a lot of these young boys are Muslims. They go to jail. First thing they gonna do, man, is put a kufi on and convert to Islam. Because that's their protection. Anybody violate a Muslim, they got to pay the price. You ain't gonna violate no Muslim in jail. You ain't gonna screw no Muslim in jail. As simple as that. Okay? It's just that simple, man. And that's their protection. See, we all are a part of a gang. Let me say that again. See, this is what people don't realize. We all are part of some kind of gang. Let me look up the definition here. Let's see. Because I want to show you something. Okay. Definition of gang. An organized group of criminals, a gang of bank robbers. Verb. Or a number of people form a group or a gang. All right? See, it's an organized group. It's a gang. And see, people don't look at fraternities and sororities as organized groups. They're gangs. They got their own little gang. Because they hey, boxing. You see, all of these fraternities and sororities, these are gangs. All of these professional associations and groups that you have to have certain qualifications to get into are nothing but gangs. See, we only want to put gangs to the guys that out here selling dope and doing all that crazy stuff. Yeah, they gangs too. But look at the professional gangs. They gangs. They got their own colors. Gangs got their own colors. You know, fraternities and sororities got their own colors. Look at all of the different organizations that got their own colors, just like gangs. What's the difference? What's the difference? You still a gang. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're a gang. And we all in some kind of gang, man. That's just human nature. Something that make us feel wanted. Something that make us feel needed. It's a gang. I know some dudes, man, they live and die. They fraternities. I know some girls, they live and die. They're sororities. That's their life, man. Every time you see them, they represent their colors. They represent their organization. That's all they know. Is that. That's a gang, buddy. We don't want to see it that way because we think gangs are the people going out causing all the violence. But if you're in an organized group, that's a gang. And fraternities and sororities are gangs. All these other organizations, clubs, and these different, man, they're gangs. They ain't nothing but some gangs. That's all they are. Because everybody can't get in them. See, everybody can't get in a gang. Everybody can't get in some of these sororities and fraternities. You know, you got all these different clubs that, you know, you have to have special membership for. Okay? They ain't nothing but gangs. They might not be out here selling dope and but they're a gang. See, we always want to put, you know, the negative connotation. And just look, but you know, man, they all of these groups, man, they just high price gangs, man. That's all. They're exclusive. Everybody can't get in them. Everybody can't get in a gang. What's the difference? All right? Hey, man, I enjoy this. Well, maybe. So I'm using. And that's a good point. Tribal is maybe a better. Everybody's tribal, okay? Maybe that's a better. Everybody's tribal. Everybody got some kind of tribe they in. Everybody got some kind of tribe they in. Think about it. You got tribes in church. You got tribes in church. Choir, that's a tribe. Usher, that's a tribe. Deacon, that's a tribe. You lost your daughter to a sorority. Wow. Wow. See, that's a tragic thing, man. And believe it or not, you know, you got some members that that become their lifestyle, man. That become their lifestyle. That become their way of being. Because in a certain way, they do brainwash you. You are brainwashed to believe the things that you believe. To feel the way you feel. You have to be brainwashed in a bit to keep going, to keep doing. Well, see, the question you would have to ask is, what's really missing in your daughter's life that she had to resort to a sorority to feel that need? There's something she missing. See, and you as a mother, you have a right to ask every question. Baby, tell me, where did I go wrong? What am I missing? What am I not seeing? See, I started to scope out where we don't ask enough questions. And when we find people, and as painful as it is, you need to know why. Why did you make this decision? You see, ask some questions, man. And if that person refuses to answer your questions, they ain't sure themselves why they doing what they doing. That's the only reason they won't answer your questions. Because they ain't sure themselves. They don't have an answer for you. And a lot of people don't consider the reason they can't answer my question is because they don't know themselves. And that's what you're gonna find out. Because again, man, you got to realize when you come in, when you dealing with, especially with this fraternity and sorority. See, they call them the Divine Nine in the black community. That's what the Greeks in the black community call the Divine Nine. And when you start dealing with the 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 fraternities and sororities in the black community, 9 times out of 10, they filling a void for that person. See, that's what they're doing. They're filling a void for that person. They're providing something that that person can only get if they're a member of that organization. And see, that's the thing. That's one of the reasons. Like now, I'm a Q, and I ain't looking for no new frat brothers. I don't need no new frat brothers. I deal with the ones I know. Okay, I deal with the ones I know. I ain't looking for no new friends. I ain't looking for no new friends. I mean, I got all my friends. I'm 70 years old. I know everybody I need to know now. I ain't trying to add nobody new. At 70 years old, man, I ain't trying to add no new friends. Shit, I'm dealing with what I already know. That's what's done got me this far. What I know. See, because somebody new coming up with a different agenda. And I don't feel like dealing with that shit. I'm too old for that now. See, I'm too old for agendas. Yeah, I'm a Q. I'm too old for agenda now. I don't need that. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. And you find that most of the folk out here with an agenda trying to prove something. They still living in their past. And this is the wrong, this is what I find wrong, especially in my fraternity. I got a lot of guys that are still living in their past. What they did 30 years ago, they still trying to do today. Man, I'm too old for that shit. I'm too old for that shit, man. You know, I ain't got that kind of stamina I had at 70 when I was 40 or 30. I ain't got that kind of stamina, man. You know, and I got to be real with myself. And you got a lot of these old folk out here still trying to be young and ain't got the stamina that they used to have. And then they mess around and hurt themselves, break a bone, crack a bone. Because they out here trying to do some dumb shit that they know they don't need to be done. Give it up, man. Let it go. And this is the problem. A lot of folk don't want to let go. Because if they let go, man, their life is empty. And see, and let me tell you how you gonna know the person that's struggling and can't let go. They always put them Greek letters out front. You know? Every time you see them, they put their Greek letters out front to let people know, you know, this is who I am. You know, they never present themselves, but they always present their Greek letters. See, that's the person that's insecure. Because if you take them Greek letters away from them, they would have nothing. They wouldn't even know how to function. And ain't that sad, man? You got professionals that don't know how to function without their Greek letters. And believe me, man, some of them live and die. Them Greek letters, man. They live and die. Them Greek letters. I ain't lying. They live and die. They sure do. You know? And it's just a glorified game. That's all it is. It's a glorified game. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But, you know, like I said, I originally started this. If people now would just start asking questions about the things they don't really understand and stop making assumptions, man, the world would be a better place. The world would be such a better place if people would just ask questions, man, and stop assuming that they know, and just ask questions. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't have that discipline or patience. They go along to get along, you know. And we got so many people right now that are just going along to get along. All right. Hey man, let me see how long I've been on here. Almost 3 hours. A little over 3 hours I've been on here. I see. I don't mind. I don't mind. Yeah. I see. I don't mind. This is what I don't mind. Sitting down, talking to people, and sharing some of the experiences, man, I've had over the the years the, that I've been here. I don't mind sharing with people because I've seen a lot. Hey, Tanya, I've seen a lot, man. I've experienced a lot. I've been through a lot. And I'm still here. So I try to share stuff. Man, I can't tell you some of the hurt and disappointment that I've had to endure. You know? I mean, look, my kids don't even know their mama. I raised my children. My children would be 40 and 39 this year. Matter of fact, my daughter be 40 next week. And my daughter be 40 years old. Last time I saw their mama, they was 2 and 3. I couldn't tell you if she's dead or alive. I don't know. But she's no stranger in my house. She's no stranger in my house. I just don't know where she is. And we talk about it just like I'm having a conversation. You know, I can. Matter of fact, let me show you how crazy things are. When my mama died, my daughter said, "Daddy, I gotta go and get in the work. I gotta get in the workforce now. I gotta go find me a job, Daddy." I said, "Okay." So she went with this temp agency, and they sent her to this job. Show you how God is. The girl that was the quote unquote secretary / office manager had been putting off an operation for 2 years. When my daughter showed up on the job, they tell this girl, "Now is the time for you to finally address this medical issue that you have, because we got somebody that can fill in." And you know what the ironic part was? The girl's name that she replaced was the same as her mother. The girl that she replaced, her name was the same as her mom. And she come in and say, and the name rolled right off her mouth just like that. I said, boy, that's a coincidence that you're replacing the woman that's the name of your mama. And they like my daughter's work so good that they say, we want to hire you. We gonna hire you to do what we need to do. And don't you worry, because we're gonna have to go through all of our interviews and do what we have to do. But we want you. But we have to honor these interviews. But we want you. And that's what they did, man. They interviewed all of them people that had applied for that job, and they chose my daughter. Sure did. And she's still there running things right now today. Sure is. I told y'all, I don't know if I told y'all, my grandson is a trumpet player. My grandson is a trumpet player. And my grandson's, yeah, she's still working there. My grandson's father was Roberta Flack's nephew. He's dead. He died. About last year he died. Young boy, 30-something years old. Dead. You know. And my grandson is the only Flack left alive. My grandson is the last Flack that is alive. And he's a trumpet player. He's an excellent trumpet player. And I told him, I said, man, your first album that you put out, because Roberta Flack has opened so many doors for you with that name, you need to dedicate your first album to her. Because if it wasn't for her, the Flack name wouldn't be shit. She made the Flack name. You don't have to make it. All you have to do is build on it. She's already laid the foundation for you. Okay? So you dedicate your first album to her. And she don't even know it. Roberta Flack don't even know her own great nephew. They have no contact whatsoever. Matter of fact, when her nephew died, they ain't have nothing to do with him. My grandson got his ashes. Him and my daughter, because my grandson was the next of kin. He got his father's ashes. You know, and my grandson, because he was in school at Michigan State, had to give my daughter the right to represent him, to go and do all she need to do. The death certificate and all this stuff. And my daughter had to end up doing that. Because my grandson was the legal heir. See, so, you know, a lot of people, and the boy's talented. The boy's talented. He's talented. He's good. He's always been good. And he's got a good head about him, too. You know, you can talk to him. You can reason with him. He'll listen to you. See, a lot of these young boys out here, they know everything, man. You can't tell them nothing. They got all the damn answers. But at least I can say with my grandson, man, I can say, hey, Jeremiah, you need to do this. Okay, granddaddy. He called me up, what's the day? Tuesday, Sunday. He said, Granddaddy, man, you ain't gonna believe. I had a friend go and tell me I need to look at these albums. And he said, you know who the first album I when I walk in the store I see? Roberta Flack. I said, you need to do something for her, man. I keep telling you, you need to dedicate something to her. He said, I'm gonna work on that, Granddaddy. I'm gonna work on that. And I gave him some ideas. Why don't you try this? See, and that's the beauty, man, that when you can actually, no, she's never met him. Never, ever, ever. Ain't never met him. Never. And I know she know he exists because I done tagged her with some of his stuff on Instagram. So I know she know he exists, but he's never met her. You see? And he's serious about his music. Uh-oh. 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 Devin. I see you got a response over here. Uh-huh. Nicole wasn't. Uh-oh. So Nicole say, so why should he dedicate his album to her? Because she laid the foundation. She laid the foundation. That's why. She has made the Flack name worldwide. Who don't know Roberta Flack? My grandson's name is Jeremiah Flack. So he got to dedicate something to her because she made the name universal. She don't, but see, Lisa, you need to get out of this selfish attitude. You're a very selfish woman, Lisa. You're very selfish, Lisa, and I'm saying this in love. You're a very selfish woman, and you need to get away from that selfish habit that you have. It's okay, man, to be nice by people. It's okay. Nicole, what is the L for? Let me see how far I was off. What's the L? What's the L for? Let me see how far I was off. What's the L for? Latoya. Well, damn. At least I had two of the letters. At least I said Lisa, Lisa, and you said Latoya, so at least I had two, the L and the A. So I wasn't that far. But look, girl, get out of that selfishness, man. It's okay to be right by people. Cause you told me yesterday. You said, man, why you give away money and you need money? You shouldn't be giving away money when you need money. Okay? Oh, Devin ain't up in here. Boy, if he find out your name Latoya, good God Almighty. You know, he just hollered at Tanya, so maybe they off doing something. Maybe Devin got Tanya. I know she waved back at him, so they might be done went offline now. See, I told y'all, man, a lot of y'all gonna be hooking up around me, boy. I ain't lying. A lot of y'all gonna be hooking up around me. A lot of y'all gonna find y'all mates around me, man. I'm serious. I'm serious about that. A lot of y'all gonna find y'all mates around me, man. You gonna hook up with somebody around me, cause y'all got one thing in common: the Truth Conductor. That's the one thing y'all got in common: the Truth Conductor. That's why y'all here, and y'all gonna hook up. I'm telling you, you watch and see. Thank you, Devin. You watch and see, man. Don't some people start hooking up around me? And it ain't gonna be none of that bullshit where folks are just trying to get their screw on. I'm talking about some relationships are gonna bud out of right here being watching Truth Conductor, man. Some serious relationships are gonna develop. Watch. I'm speaking that over the people right now, because it's gonna be some people that's gonna meet and they're gonna jail and they're gonna get along. Ain't gonna be none of that, wham bam, thank you, ma'am bullshit. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Okay? Well, I'm not on Discord, man. I'm not on Discord. And I don't know why some people, when they can come over here and get it free, that they would pay to be on Discord. I don't understand that. They can come here and get it free. And why would you do that? See, and if I'm that, they are strange. They are strange. That's real strange. You know? Yeah, they're paying imposters. Somebody over there making money off of me, because it ain't me. It's somebody over there making money off. It ain't me. I'm not on Discord. I don't even like the name. Discord? I don't need to be on that platform. that name don't fit me, man. It's something about Discord that just give me the creeps, man. Why would I come on a platform whose name is Discord? That's confusion. That's drama. It's just like YouTube. Just another one of them platforms. No, that's not my fan club. No, that's not me. I'm not getting paid for that. If they are, it ain't for me. If they that stupid that they sending money